Everyone, and welcome back to another live stream. Hope you guys are all doing great today. Joe Sky here, back at it again. Alright. There's a lot of things that I want to get into. I was just watching a recent video and I was watching a recent video and it kind of just snapped right in my mind. Let's get a mic check and everything, make sure everything's good. Let's get a mic. Alright, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is break down data, then talk about the planetary stuff, and then get into something else. Alright, so actually we could kind of kick off with the Schumann resonance. Yeah. Alright, so let's kick off with the Schumann resonance right now. I'm going to show you guys real time right now. Everyone doing, by the way. So overall, we have a very calm chart right now, which is really nice. And of course, then we have this activity right here. And again, around 24 hertz. Now, whenever we have something like this, there's usually some sort of natural disaster, earthquake, or really just anything odd could be happening or coming. We've been having quite a bit of earthquakes, a lot of volcanic activity and things like that. So those things, tend to happen whenever we have just a little bit of activity, a little bit of dots resonating at 24 hertz. Usually in that area, usually associated with a lot of earthquakes and things of that nature. And there's definitely a lot of things going on right now. We are in Space Weather Live right now. And in Space Weather Live, looking at solar wind, all this solar activity and stuff, we're going to be kicking off with coronal holes. So when we look at the sun right now, this is image 211 right now, and this image right here highlights coronal holes best. As you can see, the sun currently has a huge coronal hole on the southern hemisphere, right? Southern, and of course northern as well. None of these are trans-equatorial coronal holes, but these are, of course, pretty big, sizable coronal holes. To our left, we have all this bright activity. That's where all the current sunspots are. Majority of our new sunspots are in this area. This is a pretty big coronal hole. Normally, coronal holes might be going left to right. We're not getting that. We've been having a lot of coronal holes appear from southern and sometimes go up. This one's been lingering around for quite a while now, and coronal holes are cooler spots in the sun. We've been seeing a lot of coronal holes lately on the sun. Coronal holes can leak out a lot of plasma that can come to Earth, that can mess up what do they call those satellites, that can cause geomagnetic storms. So that one is pretty low, so I don't really see any of that coming here, but still a huge size coronal hole still nonetheless. A few of them just around. Let's keep going and let's take a look at this right here. So this one you can usually highlight. There's been a lot of glitches with this, as you just seen. There's been a lot of glitches. I wasn't able to get it, but there's been a lot of glitches with this. Every single day I've been recording this, and I've been getting constant glitches like that. I don't know why that's happening every single day. Massive CMEs, though, that's for sure. we have a very active sunspot regions. These sunspot regions are super active right now. And when we look at image 304 angstroms, which highlights solar flares and potential CMEs that can come out of solar flares, you can definitely see there might have been one right here. On our thematic map right now, a huge bright region to the left, one of the largest bright regions I've seen in a long time. This also highlights sunspot regions as well. So as you can tell, how you doing, Brandon? Sorry for the late response. Quite active. Now here's the crazy thing. Look at all these solar flares we've been having. Now yes, they're not strong, right? These are not strong solar flares, but yet again, our baseline is starting to rise. Not only is the baseline starting to rise, but things are definitely getting more intense. So let's take a look at the sunspot regions. 5 of them, which is not too much, but they are starting to grow. This one doesn't appear, but it's size 300, so maybe something's wrong with that. You barely see them, but some of them are growing in size. This one, 4381, I'm assuming is this one over here. Let's see if any of them have a higher chance than a 1%. I don't think so. No, none of them possess a higher than 1% chance for a X class. So it doesn't look like there's anything too crazy now, but there still seems to be, but anything could happen. These sunspots appear to be active, and anything could happen. 2 of them look pretty sizable. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in days to come. But again, we might not have much going on. But yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. But overall, overall things definitely seem to be picking up again with the sun. I mean, a lot of C classes for sure. So people could definitely be feeling those. But overall, that seems to be the activity for everything that's kind of going on. There is more things going on, but I will jump into planetary parade. The planetary parade literally just happened today, and obviously I think a lot of things got stirred up. I've been incredibly motivated. I went outside. I really felt motivated today. Wanted to go outside, all that stuff. Really motivated, really great, which is amazing. And then of course we have some pretty crazy things that are going on in the world right now. Gotta send our prayers and whatnot. So yeah, definitely a rough time right now, especially for sensitive people as myself and many others right now. It is a very rough time, and things are definitely getting quite chaotic right now. So things are interesting. Now, the planetary parade could mean many good things like manifestation and transformation. So a lot of us are definitely going through a lot of things. So if you're feeling it, just know we're all going through it in our own way. Now, I will move on to the next topic, and that's with the Schumann resonance. So anyone that's weather sensitive, or anyone that's, how I want to say, affected by the Schumann resonance, a lot of people have to understand that I think it's actually quite a gift in a way, and it's hard. It is not easy, because everything that kind of goes with the earth, we're kind of feeling it. And anytime things get ramped up and the activity on the chart goes, many people are affected by it. It's still hard to say if it's people that are out of tune, because there's a million things going on, especially the last few years, and the age we're in and everything, and how much we're changing and how much people are changing. Lifestyle has changed a lot lately for many people, and when your lifestyle and environment and everything changes, it really does cause a big change, and people definitely feel a lot of things. There's a million things people are feeling right now, and Dream Tooth, welcome to the stream. So it is very interesting time right now. So people will be feeling a lot of things, and the Schumann resonance. I think a lot of people that are sensitive to it, it's kind of like you're feeling what the earth is feeling. That's kind of a way to think about it. So I know it's pretty deep. It's pretty rough for a lot of people that are weather sensitive and whatnot. A lot of people want to avoid, right? Because it sucks to feel emotions. It sucks to feel depression, but you have to realize that all the emotions is kind of like an expression from the soul. So many people will see emotions and be like, I don't want to feel this. I need you to know that the emotions that people feel, specifically like depression and whatnot, that is like the soul speaking. And if you didn't have that depression, you would keep going, living your life and wondering why it's not changing. Sometimes the emotions that pop up aren't negative, but just showing you something that is underlying beneath everything. So that's a big one right there. It's huge. And it's like the Schumann resonance for those that struggle when it spikes, and struggles when things are off. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it's something different. It's not always the Schumann, right? There's far more things that I think are bothering people energetically. There's a bunch of things, whether that's sun activity, whether that's moon activity, whether it's planetary. Holy smokes, planetary has been just unbelievable. The changes in everything right now in the whole world. I mean, it's crazy how much everything has completely shifted, and things are continuing to shift. So a lot of things going on. It's pretty wild right now. There's more things that bother people. Electronics can bother people. EMFs, your food, your diet, which, no offense, food and diet is the best thing you could do. The best thing you could do to really improve your health is eating local foods. Foods you can grow in your yard or local farms. Literally the best switch you could do is getting food from farmers, farmers markets, all that stuff. Local foods is going to be the way to go for your health. Eat locally. I always like, for wintertime, I'm on the vegetables. And summertime, I knock vegetables, and because local, we're growing more fruits, I eat more fruits in summertime. So I eat fruits and vegetables year round, but the amount changes. Local, I do not want food from, I don't want to eat most of my food from different countries. It just shouldn't be that way. For certain things, it's okay, but like for your everyday meals, everything should really be local, generally. Or at least within the same state or country, or you know what I mean, like same country at least. Most grocery stores, I just figured out why everything's disgusting is because, and why most of it is old is because a lot of it is just either fake chemicals from companies or from different countries. And I don't know how the hell LDs, no disrespect to the LDs, but they're getting their meat from Australia, the organic grass-fed. How in the world are they getting that beef? What are they gonna do? Put it in dry ice and put it in a plane, a 20-hour flight? Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't eat that stuff. I am not eating that stuff. I don't know. I did not like it. Didn't make me feel. I did not feel good with it. A lot of food you want to eat should be local. The food should be local. Man, I don't know what else to say. There's a bajillion things you could do to really improve your health, but local food is the bingo. That would mean less grocery stores, and if you go to a grocery store that has local foods that are hard to find, you go there. Filter your water. This is huge. I think there's a website, I don't know what they call it. It'll find out all the bad stuff in your tap water that no one tells you, so you can get the right filter for you. So do some research on that. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can get on Amazon as well. So really, like, improve, like, do the best you can, become independent. That is the goal. Your goal is to become independent, not entirely independent, but like heavy independent, you know. I wish, obviously, I was in an island where I could grow everything. That'd be amazing, right? Me and people can grow stuff. We have our own everything. That'd be amazing. There would never be a recall. There would never be anything. There's a lot wrong with everything, even water. Based on my knowledge, there has probably been a main break in every damn state in America the last 5 years. The amount of main breaks, the amount of recalls, I know that's different than main breaks, but recalls on food, main breaks in America, like every place, Kansas had it, Ohio probably had it, everybody had it, right? Like every single state has had main breaks and stuff, and you don't know what's happened. There's been a lot of things that have happened the last 5 years. A lot of crazy things. I'm kind of switching topics, but you know, I'm kind of just throwing out whatever information resonates with anyone. There's just a million things that have happened the last 5 years, and you know, everything has shifted. So grocery stores are getting, I think it's cheaper for them. They get foods from different countries because it's cheaper, and the transportation might be cheaper, the packaging is cheaper. So grocery stores are cutting costs, on my knowledge. I know they do this with the Kroger brand fish, that's why it's disgusting and it's cheaper. Maybe not disgusting, but it definitely has a different taste to it, and it's cheaper. The Kroger fish they have, the one in the package. Everybody, I think, is doing this. Everybody's trying to get the cheapest stuff. So, you know, everybody's trying to cut costs and stuff. All that meat in packages that's organic and grass-fed, like I said, comes from different countries. You don't know the sourcing of it, and you don't really know if it's organic because it's just thrown in a damn package. That's all it is. There isn't like an actual, like, where it came from, this and everything. Like, you don't really know how legit it is. The price doesn't add up either. So there's a lot of things, you know, I had to learn the hard way because most of that meat had to get thrown away. It just looked rotten and was nasty. I did not feel good with it. So I'm hoping, you know, I'm just sharing a bunch of things. Everything, really try to get it local or at least organic. Go to farms, this and that. That'll you'll have good food. Do your research. There's a website, I don't know what they call it, like What's in My Tap Water or something like that. Do some research. Find out what is. Look into local reports. See what's in there. Make sure it's updated at least yearly. It's important. You can always test it yourself. There's stuff on Amazon. Those are the best things you could do. For air filters, HEPA filters, plants, those are great. And yeah, you do that, you'll be good. At least a lot better than the average person. I also learned something recently, fascia. It's muscles, things like that. You want to move your body. I think jumping, shaking, I know it's weird and embarrassing, but shaking and jumping is a great way to get the energies flowing and the blood flowing. You definitely want to move the body. You want to get walking. You want to go outside, walk in parks. Walking, moving, stretching is literally going to keep you going. Think about it. What happens when people are turning 50, 60, 70 years old? One of the biggest things you'll notice is lack of mobility. It's harder for them to walk. So, if you practice movement, stretching, and flexibility, Well, when you get older, it won't be as bad. So a lot of trauma gets stored, and I think fascia as well. Sometimes you'll massage an area and it'll be really tense. That could lead to a lot of things. So, and if you don't move, fascia could turn into a lot of other problems, whether that's weird pain, tightness, other things. So moving the body, rubbing the body, even pinching it, not with nails or anything, like fingertips, pinching it, having someone really get in there is so damn good to really break that fascia up, break up the muscle a little bit, Trust me, it's really simple, good things you and someone could do. Getting massages are great. There's a lot of things people could really do, but yeah, overall movement, good sleep. You might want to listen to a frequency to go to sleep, literally. Build that circadian rhythm, work it on your health. This is all going to help with ascension. This is all going to help with current energies. This is going to just make you live longer and be better and healthier. Having good sleep, eating right, and movement is literally key. So I hope I gave some good help and tips, and I'll continue to do more. Everyone who watches the after stream or comments, let me know what you want me to tackle into, topics you want me to get into, and other things. Thank you, like, subscribe, and I will see you all next time.